Hello students, welcome to your class, welcome to your channel. There is TKJ Physics classes. So students, in previous lecture, I discussed the basic formula, the basic thing about differentiation. And I told that in next lecture, that is this one, lecture number, I solved some numericals where differentiation required. So before starting it, at first we have to know about acceleration, and all of you know about speed and velocity. That is lecture number 2. If you don't watch this video, go to the description link given and watch it. Okay. So what is acceleration? Acceleration means the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. That means when there is a change of velocity, we can say there is an acceleration. When a body is moving with a constant velocity, that is fixed. Suppose a car is moving with 50 km per hour. Constant. This velocity is constant, 50 km per hour. So in this case, we can say there is no acceleration. Acceleration 0. Acceleration arrives when there is a change in velocity with respect to time. So first of all, write down acceleration, that is change in velocity, is represented by a change in velocity divided by time taken by time interval. Suppose a car is moving with velocity v1 at time t1. After some time, that is at time t2, the velocity of car is v2. So what is the change of velocity? Final velocity v2 and initial velocity v1. So change of velocity a is equal to v2 minus v1, and the change of time interval, that is velocity v2 when time t2, velocity v1 when time t1. So this one will be t2 minus t1. So this del v, this one is represent del v, this one is represent del t. This del v by del t is called the acceleration. That is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. And you know, velocity is a vector quantity, is as a direction, it has a direction. So similarly, we can say, first point, acceleration is a vector quantity. Acceleration is a vector quantity. It has a direction, and the direction of acceleration, that means the direction of velocity along the direction of change in velocity. Okay. Now unit, SI unit, you know the formula, velocity by time. So velocity SI unit meter per second, and time there is another second. So meter per second square SI unit, and CGS unit, that is velocity centimeter per second, and time also second. So this one is centimeter per second square is the CGS unit. Now dimension, you know about dimension, that is velocity dimension lt minus 1 divided by, there is time, that is t. So the dimension becomes m to the power 0 formula L t minus 2. So this is the dimension of acceleration. So acceleration, that means change in velocity by change in time interval. When there is a change in velocity, then we can say there is an acceleration. When there is a constant velocity, then acceleration is 0. Now we need to classify acceleration, the types of acceleration. The acceleration are classified in 4 categories. That is, first one, uniform acceleration. Second one, variable acceleration. Third one, that is average acceleration, and finally fourth one, that is instantaneous acceleration. Now first of all, what is uniform acceleration? Definition same, you know about uniform velocity and uniform speed. So what is uniform acceleration? A body is said to be uniform acceleration, an object is said to be an uniform acceleration when there is an equal change in velocity in equal interval of time. For example, suppose at time t is equal to 5 second or 5 minute, you write the velocity of a car 40 kilometer per hour. Now when time becomes 15 minute, the velocity of car, that is 50 kilometer per hour. When times become 25 minute, the velocity of car becomes 60 kilometer per hour. Just check one thing here, time interval, first time interval, that is 15 minus 5, 10 minute. So in 10 minute the change in velocity, that is 50 minus 40, that is 10. In next time interval, that is 25 minus 15, in next 10 minute the change of velocity, that is 60 minus 50, that is also 10. So in equal interval of time, that is 10 minute, 10 minute, the change in velocity, that is same, 10, 10. So we can say in this condition the object is in uniform acceleration. So uniform acceleration means change in velocity in equal change in velocity in equal interval of time. Maybe the time interval is very small. How much time interval is one, it doesn't depend. Next, variable acceleration. Same, a body is said to be, an object is said to be an variable acceleration when there is unequal change in velocity in equal interval of time. Let's take one example, this one. Suppose at 25 minute the speed of car, that is 75 meter per second. Now check it. For first time interval, that is 10 minute, the change in velocity, that is 10 kilometer per hour. Now for second time interval, that is again in 10 minutes, the change in velocity, that is not 10, 75 minus 50, that is 25. So there is an equal change in time interval, but there is no equal change in velocity, unequal change in velocity. So in this condition we can say a body, an object is in variable acceleration. Now third one, there is the average acceleration. You know average acceleration formula, that is change in velocity divided by change in time interval. Average acceleration formula, that is change in velocity, average acceleration, change in velocity, suppose at time t1 velocity v1, at time t2 velocity v2. So change in velocity, that means v2 minus v1 divided by time interval, that is t2 minus t1. So del v by del t, this value is gives average acceleration, AAV, average acceleration. Now what is instantaneous acceleration? You know about instantaneous, that is acceleration of an object at a particular instant, at a particular time. So what will be the formula for it? That is the limiting value of average acceleration. When del v by del t, and this one is limit del t tends to 0, then this acceleration is called the instantaneous acceleration. Here time interval del t, that is tends to 0, that is at a particular time, at a particular instant we need to find out acceleration, and this acceleration is called instantaneous acceleration. And you know the formula of differentiation, that is the instantaneous, the limiting value of dy by dx. The limiting value of dy by dx is called del y by del x is called dy by dx. So you can say this one is dv by dt. dv by dt is represent instantaneous acceleration. And you know about instantaneous velocity, instantaneous speed, that is dx by dt. So this is the first formula for instantaneous velocity. Now you know about the instantaneous acceleration formula, that is dv by dt. Now if I write the value of v, this one, dx by dt, then this equation becomes d square x by dt square. That means this one d square x by dt square is called the second order differentiation. We need to find out acceleration when x, suppose x given, position given, we need to find out acceleration. That means we need to differentiate x twice. First of all, differentiate x with respect to t, it gives instantaneous velocity, and again differentiate velocity with respect to t, then it gives instantaneous acceleration. Now using instantaneous velocity, using instantaneous acceleration formula, we solve some numericals. Now students, solve some numericals related to average velocity, average acceleration, instantaneous velocity, instantaneous acceleration. So first of all, write down the formula. The velocity, instantaneous velocity formula dx by dt, the instantaneous acceleration formula dv by dt. Okay, first question given, the position of a particle is represented by x equal to a plus bt square, and where a and b are constant, the constant value given, a 8.5 meter, b 2.5 meter per second square. Now first question, what is the velocity at t equal to 0 and t equal to 2 second? So what is the answer? So first of all, you have to know the formula of velocity. What is the velocity at t equal to 0 second? That means you need to find out velocity at this particular time. That means here you have to find out the instantaneous velocity, and you know the instantaneous velocity formula. That is, first one, velocity, instantaneous velocity formula is represented by dx by dt, and that's represent, we have to differentiate x with respect to t, and here x given, so write it down, that is dx by dt, in the place of x, a plus bt square. Now simplify it, d dt of, first of all, a plus d dt of bt square. You know the differentiation formula, the previous class. Okay, so d dt of a, here a is constant value, and the differentiation formula for constant, answer is 0. So this part is 0, plus here d dt of bt square, b is constant, t is variable. So this constant part will be outside of this differentiation, so that is b, and d dt of t square, what is the formula? That is d dx of x to the power n, n x to the power n minus 1. So here 2, that is outside, then the power of t becomes, decreases by 1. So this one is 2bt. So this is the formula, this is the instantaneous velocity. Now question given, you have to find out instantaneous velocity at t is equal to 0 second. So here write it 0. So at t is equal to 0, velocity becomes 2b into 0, that is answer 0. Now we have to find out velocity at t is equal to 2 second. Again, at t is equal to 2 second, v is equal to 2 into b value given 2.5 into, there is t, and you have to find out at t equal to 2 second, so that is 2. So this one becomes 2 to 5, that is 10 meter per second. Okay, so nothing else, just you have to differentiate x with respect to t 1 times. Okay, next, now we have to find out average velocity between 2 second and 4 second. For solving average velocity, we don't need to differentiate, the formula is different. That is, for calculating average velocity, the formula, second one, average velocity formula, that is x2 minus x1 divided by t2 minus t1. Now what is x2? You know x is equal to a plus bt square. x2, that means a plus b, the value of t given 2 second and 4 second. So this one is t1 and this one is t2. So x becomes 2 when time t becomes 4 second. So this one is a plus 16b. Same method, x becomes 1, x1 when time becomes this one 2 second. So this one is a plus 4b. So x1 and x2 this one. Now according to formula, V average is equal to x2 minus x1, that is a plus 16b minus a minus 4b divided by t2 minus t1. Here t2 4 second, t1 2 second. So t2 minus t1, that is 2 second. A cancel out. So this portion 16b minus 4b, that is 12b divided by 2, that is answer is 6b, and you know the value of b, that is 2.5. So this one will be 15 meter per second, right? So this is the way out for solving these types of problem, and these types of problem is very important in your board exam. Okay, now problem 2. First of all, just check what is given in your problem. Problem 2 given, that is the position of a particle, the position of an object. X is equal to problem 2 4t square minus 15t plus 25. Now question given, you have to find out position, velocity, acceleration at t is equal to 0. So for finding velocity, what we have to do? We have to do differentiate. So velocity v is equal to dx by dt, that is d dt of, in the place of x write 4t square minus 15t plus 25. Now differentiate it. D dt of 4t square minus d dt of 15t plus d dt of 25. So this one becomes 4 constant outside, 2 will be outside, and then the power of t becomes 2 minus 1, that is 1. This one 15 outside, d dt of t, answer is 0, 1, plus d dt of 25, 25 is constant value, and the differentiation for a constant value, that is 0. So this one is 0. So this one is 8t minus 15. So this is the value of v. Now you know the acceleration formula, that is dv by dt. So again differentiate d dt of v, that is 8t minus 15, that is d dt of 8t minus d dt of 15. Here 8 constant, and d dt of t, that is 1, minus d dt of 15. 15 is a constant value, so that this answer is 0. So acceleration answer A is equal to 8. So according to first question, we need to find out position, velocity and acceleration at t is equal to 0. So this one is a position. At time t is equal to 0, what will be the answer? This one t 0, then this one 0, this one 0. So the position at t is equal to 0, position x becomes 0 minus 0 plus just 25 meter. Now velocity at t is equal to 0, you know the velocity expression. So at t is equal to 0, velocity v becomes 8 into 0, that is 0, just minus 15 unit meter per second. Now acceleration at t is equal to 0. Here you just check, acceleration A is equal to 8, that is constant, it doesn't depends upon t. So the answer of acceleration will be 8 meter per second square, right? Suppose your answer acceleration is minus 8. So what is called? You just remember one thing, acceleration also categorized in two categories, that is positive acceleration and negative acceleration. When a body is increasing in velocity, that means it is called in positive acceleration. For example, suppose a bus starting from a bus stop, so its velocity is increases gradually. So in this case we can say that the acceleration is positive. Similarly, when the velocity of an object is decreasing order, then we can say that this acceleration is negative acceleration. This is also called retardation or deceleration. For example, for approaching a bus stop, a bus gradually decreases, velocity decreases. So in this case we can say there is negative acceleration, or you may call retardation, right? Okay, now second one, what will be the velocity of the particle, when will be the velocity of the particle become 0? You need to find out time when velocity of the particle becomes 0. So you know the expression of velocity. So according to question, velocity v is equal to 8 meter per second, 80 minus 15, and what will be the velocity of the when will be the velocity of the particle become 0? That means you write velocity is 0, this one. Now find out t, that is 8, t is equal to 15, so t is equal to 15 by 8, that means this one will be 1.87 approx atto second. So at t is equal to atto second, the velocity becomes 0. Nothing else, you just see the question, when will the velocity of the particle become 0? That means in the value of velocity, expression of velocity, just putting the value of v equal to 0 and you find out the value of t. Okay, now next problem number 3. Just check the problem number 3, what is given. This is an important problem. Problem number 3 given a relation t is equal to root x plus 3. Here x represent position and t represent time. And the relation given between position and time, this one. T in represented as unit meter and x in second, and x is in meter. This one given according to your question. Now you have to find out the displacement when velocity is equal to 0. So first of all, you simplify this equation. So this one, root x becomes t minus 3. So x becomes t minus 3 tar whole cube. So x will be t square minus 6t plus 9. Just simplify it, a minus b tar whole square. So what will the value of velocity? You know the formula, dx by dt, that is d dt of, in the place of x write it down, that is t square minus 6t plus 9. Now simplify it, d dt of t square minus d dt of 6t plus d dt of 9. This one t square, that is 2t to the power 1 minus 6t, 6 common, and d dt of t, that is 1, plus d dt of 9 constant, so answer is 0. So this one is 2t minus 6. This is the expression of velocity. Now here given, we need to find out displacement, that means we need to find out x when velocity becomes 0. So according to question, we can write 0, that is equal to 2t minus 6. But why? Because we need to find out displacement when velocity is equal to 0. So first of all, from here you find out time, that is 2t is equal to 6, so t is equal to 3 seconds. So when velocity is equal to 0, the time is equal to 3 seconds. Now here putting this value, that is t is equal to 3 minus 3 tar whole square. So the x value is the position, x represents displacement, so the result of displacement, that is 0, right? So why here we find out v? Because here given v is equal to 0. So according to problem, we need to find out v, and differentiating the result of v, that is 2t minus 6. Now write it v0, because according to question velocity given 0. So here t is equal to 3 seconds. Now putting this value, t is equal to 3 minus 3, that is 0 square, that is answer is 0. So at when velocity is 0, the displacement answer is 0. Next problem 4. Problem 4 given p is equal to x position is equal to alpha minus beta t plus gamma t square. Find acceleration. Just find velocity first of all. Dx by dt, that is d dt of, in the place of x write alpha minus beta t plus gamma t square. Okay, simplify it, d dt of alpha is a constant given, alpha, beta, gamma all are constant according to your problem that is given. So alpha constant, so answer is 0, minus d dt of beta t. So beta is a constant fraction that is outside, and d dt of t, that is 1, so this one is beta, plus gamma constant that is outside, d dt of t square, that is 2 outside and t to the power 1, so this one is minus beta plus 2 gamma t, and this is the answer for velocity. Now according to question we need to find out acceleration. So what is acceleration formula? A is equal to, again we have to differentiate velocity, that is d dt of velocity minus beta plus 2 gamma t. Okay, that is d dt of minus beta, here beta is constant and for constant value differentiation is 0, plus d dt of 2 gamma t, 2 gamma constant outside, d dt of t, that is answer 1, so alpha is equal to 2 gamma. This is the answer. Okay, these types of problem are MCQ types of. Okay, next problem 5. Problem 5, this is also MCQ types problem. Problem 5, given the displacement of a body is directly proportional to the cube of time. Displacement directly proportional to cube of time. Now question is, what is the nature of acceleration in this case? So according to question we can write problem 5, we can write according to question, that is displacement x directly proportional to cube of time. So x equal to, there is a constant, okay, when there is a proportional, now when this one is equal there is a constant. Now what is the nature of acceleration? So velocity first of all find out, that is d dt of k t to the power 3, k constant outside, d dt of t to the power 3, that is 3 outside, and the power of t becomes decreases by 1, so 3 minus 1, that is 2. So answer of velocity, that is k into 3t square, sorry, this one is velocity. What will be the acceleration? A is equal to dv by dt, so differentiate it, d dt of v, that is k into 3t square, that is here 3k constant, so 3k outside, d dt of t square, so 2 outside, and the power of t becomes decreases by 1, that is 2 minus 1, 1, so this one will be 6kt acceleration. You just check one thing here, acceleration is directly proportional to t, 6k constant, acceleration is directly proportional to t. So what is the nature of acceleration? Nature remains constant? No. Acceleration remains constant? Not. Acceleration directly proportional to t. That means acceleration increases uniformly with respect to t. Right? So this is the problems related to average velocity, instantaneous velocity, average acceleration and instantaneous acceleration, where we need differentiation formula. Okay, and these types of problems is very important for your board exam as well as NEET, JEE Mains, Advanced, all types of entrance exam. So students, just practice these types of problems according to, just check your textbook, the problems are given, and if there is any doubt, any problem related to this video, let me know via comment section, and stay tuned, stay with this channel and stay happy. Thank you, bye bye.